Hello, good evening. It is me. I am here. If you are watching this in the future, hello, good evening. It is Sunday.
Hello.
Oh,
Good
and
evening.
now I have play. Jeez. So this is, I'm going to get my arm out of the way in a second. Welcome to the live stream. So tonight I am going to be working on a painting that I broke out of my stash because I am waiting for an ever moment to come. And I have to have that one finished by the 18th. Unfortunately, it's not here yet. So I couldn't wait. It was about 2 days of me twiddling my thumbs, and then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start another painting. And if I don't finish this one, that's fine. I will drop this one and pick up the other one in about 2 seconds as soon as it arrives. But I just would like to be working on something and drilling something because the withdrawal is real. I couldn't make it past 2 days without diamond painting, so here I am. So if you're here, I would love it if you would comment and say ever moment, please, just so that I know that you're here and that my sound is working and everything and you're not just looking at my hands. And as I look up there, I can see that 5D Diamond in the Rough is here, and Stephanie Nelson, Julie Hammer, Karina, Kathy. Oh, very good. You can hear me. For some reason, the playback on my laptop has frozen, which will be interesting. Let me just see if I can sneak around the side here. Oh, I can see Stephanie and Miss Crochet and Coffee, Dearly Crafted, Anna. Oh, very good. Wow, lads, there's so many people here. So I saw a lot of you over on Fruitini's channel, and I love her. She's just so sweet. And the painting that she's doing is incredible, isn't it? I mean, well, I don't know if I could do one that big. Um, as a gift for Christmas, I would just feel really overwhelmed. But then again, at the same time, I have a 60 by 90 coming that I have to complete in 14 days. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I might have to bring it into work or something. But yeah, wow. Okay, so just real quick, going from round drills, I've been working on round drills for the last, I don't know how long, maybe, actually, I have to think about this. It's been about a month or more of just round drills. And yeah, because it was Darth Vader and Sherlock and also the Japanese garden thing that I had to put away. Um, wow. So I haven't worked on Square in a while. So this has been a learning curve again. Um, just trying to bring up the chat there. Sorry, I have to look at it on my phone. Something's wrong with my laptop. Oh, you have to take the dog out. That's fine. Take me with you. Just kidding. Yeah, so it's been a quick minute. So to be honest, that I don't know, does anybody else feel the same way? Do you feel like a bit intimidated by squares or do you feel comfortable with squares? Because after that whole who we can thing, I'm really nervous about square drills and not fitting right. And I'm going to talk about that a lot in the video that's coming out tomorrow, where I show you how I kitted this up. But if you're watching this, I'll show you as well if you're interested. But it's nothing special because I knew that I'd probably put this away. As soon as the other one comes in the mail, this is going away. This is just to keep me sane. um, but yeah, man, I don't know. They don't really line up as well as the rounds do. Oopsie, and I keep sliding everywhere. Like that guy, gotta go. Um, they don't line up as well, so I'm just having trouble knowing is it because of a tag or is there something wrong with it? Like, there isn't anything wrong with that. I don't know why it wasn't laying down. I'll put that back. But I have noticed a lot of drills that are misshapen or that have these little tags on them. Now, this is from Cami Yee store, and I did link it down in the description below so that you can have a look at it if you're interested. But basically, it's just this beautiful forest scene, and I actually bought this for my grandma, so it'd be great if I could finish it for her. It is smaller than I thought it would be. Like, it's a 50 by 40. Maybe it's just because I've been working on really big projects lately, but it actually doesn't feel very big at all. Like, yeah, there's my hand. So I'm going in hand-sized kind of shapes, sections, if you will. And there's only 3 hand lengths on this painting, so it really wouldn't take that long, I don't think. But yeah, anyway, that's the introduction to the painting. If you're interested and you're watching this future and you're not talking to me right now or you're not going to stay long, yeah, that's what this is. Cami Yee Deep Forest Deer is what it's called. And I'm working in the top left-hand corner at the moment, so it's kind of upside down for you. But to be honest, it's the easiest way for me to work. So if you can see the symbols, it's upside down for you. And I apologize if you're actually looking at the screen, but if you're like me, you're probably just like watching while you're working, which is awesome too. And I definitely appreciate it because sometimes you just need to hear some chat. So, speaking of chat, how was your weekend? Tell me all about it because mine was really boring and I sat in work and listened to everybody else go on about how wonderful their weekend was. And I was like, that's great. Yeah, I've been here. So please tell me, and I'm sure it's exciting. Virginia's here. Sorry, I'm gonna roll back that chat because the chat seems to work. I can't watch myself, which is fine because I don't want to. Hello, everybody. So, getting ready to do 50 by 75 giraffe from Evermoment. Ooh. Is it like an abstract giraffe, Julie? Or is it an actual giraffe? It would be awesome to see it. Stephanie says she's working on her first DP with square, almost done. Next one will be round, so you'll test it out. I recommend doing both and seeing what you feel comfortable with. I feel comfortable with round more than square only because it's fast for me, but that click or pop is so satisfying, just have to say. Hopefully you can hear some of them tonight. Hello, Christy. Karina says she just started her first round to keep the lines straight. Yeah, I think that it's easier to use multi-placers with rounds, but I have been testing it out with a 3 drill placer on this, and it does seem to work, actually, surprisingly. I didn't think it would. Yeah, I'm sorry, Amanda. I knew that you were going to go to bed soon because a lot of people over here would be going to bed now because it is 20 minutes to midnight. So I'm really sorry. I didn't want to interrupt your live stream to do a live stream. I wasn't even thinking about a live stream until this afternoon, and I was like, you know what? I need a drill with me. I need somebody to talk to. I'm actually going berserk. But you're looking on Aliexpress for a hummingbird diamond painting. A hummingbird. I feel like I've seen one. Has anybody seen a hummingbird? There's a lot of bird ones that are amazing. There's one that I'm thinking of. I think Every Moment has it. It's like a long one like you're working on now, but it's got like oh, I don't know, maybe a dozen birds or more on it, and they're all different types of birds, and it's so gorgeous. If I see a hummingbird one, I will tweet it to you. Oh, it's an actual giraffe. Ooh, my aunt would love that. She loves giraffes. Giraffes are so cool. Um, I think they have such character. Like the first time I ever saw one in person, it licked me, and I freaked out a little bit because giraffes' tongues are super long, and I didn't know that. And purple, and, but yeah, interesting experience. Do you like giraffes? Are you like obsessed with giraffes like my aunt is, where she collects giraffes and they're on her cushions and on her everything. She's got them framed. I think it's cool to like an animal so much that you'd cover your whole house in it. I love my dog so much that I cover my entire house with dog hair. Celebrated husband. Oh, his birthday, wasn't it? And the lazy weekend while working on a crochet pattern. But all I want to do is diamond paint. Do you have do you have a diamond painting to do? Yeah, you should definitely be diamond painting. Join us. Or rather, one of us. One of us. um, oh, the dog faked you out. You fed the deer. What would you feed a deer? Would you feed them like, do they make deer food where you are? I'm trying to think like, would it be like bird food or chicken feed or feeding the deer? I'd love to see deer again. I've seen one in person before. They're just so majestic, like it's insane. Maybe it's because we never see them. Has anybody been to Japan? Because I went to this place called Nara. You might have seen it online somewhere, like a video of it, but you can basically just walk around this town and there are deer everywhere. And they come up to you and they beg you for food and they'll bow at you to get treats. It's just awesome. But then you can get kind of overwhelmed with them too. They'll just come after you, like. But it was so great. It was so great. Such a great experience. Um, Mary. Hi, Mary. Just started diamond painting. I'm on my third one all around. Have just ordered a couple more squares so I can compare. Yes, they're hummingbirds. Ooh, oh, very good. Okay. Well, welcome to the diamond painting community. Thank you for coming to my video. Yeah, there's so much variety on Aliexpress, and I think that's what I really like about it, and that's why I order so much from there. I find the ordering system really easy. I don't know about you guys. I have a video coming out soon about Wish, which might be, I don't know, a bit strong. I'm not a review channel, so like I don't get paid for anything. And all of my opinions are my own, so I'm not really looking for the money. I just want to share my experiences, you know. But yeah, so Wish is a very interesting website compared to AliExpress. On AliExpress, you know exactly what you're getting. With Wish, you have to pay shipping on each individual item, which I know some people object to. I didn't really, but I have been burnt quite a few times, and I don't want to get into it now because I'd like you to see it later, but let's just say not as advertised and leave it at that. Sorry, I'm like way behind. Gift for your son and daughter-in-law. Very nice. Oh, Mary, sorry. The one that I'm working on right now is a 50 by 40 centimeter. So not too big, but not too small. Oh, Oh, yes, of course. You got that Firefox from Diamond Art Club. That is such a pretty painting. I really like that one. It is very nice. For some reason, every time I hear it, though, I think of the web browser. Lame. But that's, yeah, that goes immediately to my head. I'm like, Mozilla? That's probably what I'd name it if I got it for myself. I'd be like, hello, Mozilla, you beautiful thing. And actually, you know, bring it into my family. It'd be weird like that. Oh, deer feed. Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure there is deer feed out there, and I've never seen it before. The stuff that we were given in Japan was like this, it looked like compacted bird feed. So I don't know if they eat seeds. I guess seeds and nuts and that sort of thing. Grass. Sorry if you hear my husband coughing in the background. I told him that I was live streaming, and I threatened him that if he came in here that he'd be all over the internet. So you gotta help me make that promise that if he comes in here, he'll be all over the internet. Thank you. Thank you in advance. I'm sure he'll come in here at some stage. Natural horse cookies. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, horse cookies. Gosh, when I was a kid, I had a horse. Did anybody else have horses as a kid or ride them when you were young? I have such fond memories of that. I don't live anywhere near horses now, but it's so nice growing up and learning boundaries and dealing with animals. Sorry, my tweezers keep knocking the desk. Yeah, just like learning how far is too far and knowing how an animal is going to react and to prepare yourself for that sort of thing. I thought it was a really great thing to learn as a young child. And then I think I stopped writing when I was in high school. It's because other things get in the way. You do other extracurriculars and things like that. Okay, that symbol I was working on is now finished. It was the number 2. Some number 919 in DMC. So I've got them in these Ziplocs. I'll show you in the video that's coming out tomorrow. But I didn't put them all like this because it just took a while. It took too long and they were getting all staticky. So I called it quits on doing it like that. I wouldn't recommend it, especially if you have little bags. And I'm going to show you what I mean here in a minute. Oh, I've had deer meat as well. It's actually quite good. Like dried venison is what I had. That was a long time ago. Am I going to order on 11/11? I think I will. I have a few things that are in my wish list. Okay, I'm going to move on to the symbol number 9, which is 3853, which is in another one of these bags. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and order another orange. Surprise, surprise. I've got a lot in my wish list right now. I don't want to ruin any surprises. I've heard a few different things from different sources about how to order I do not want to put that away because I will forget what color I'm working on. Yeah, just like how to order and all of these things. I've heard I read a comment that Zoe from Evermoment posted to someone. I don't remember exactly where. It was in a message from Aliexpress. And she was talking to this person who was asking very specific questions. So if you've seen this, ignore me. But if you haven't, basically what she said was, whatever is in your cart is not going to go on sale. It won't register on the website. So you have to take everything out of your cart. You can put it in your wish list if you want, but to take everything out of the cart, and on the 11th, at least for Evermoment, on the 11th, you're supposed to, or maybe the day before. Sorry, I digress. Supposed to put it into your cart and pay for it leading up to the 11th. Maybe not today, but maybe like the 9th or the 10th or something like that. If you want a custom from them, to message them now with the photo and what size you'd like, and they can send you the mock-up and everything now, because on the 11th they probably won't have the resources to get to you until afterwards, so it would be too late to ask. So what does that mean? If you have something in your cart, you probably should move that item into your wish list, or to go on to that item, save it in your wish list, and then delete it from your cart. That is what I'm in the middle of doing right now, because I have about, I don't know, 15 things in my cart, and God knows how much in my wish list. I don't even want to know. But I've had my eye on a very few specific paintings for a long time. And I've been saving up, and I've been thinking, it wouldn't hurt to have another one. But at the same time, I also said, I don't need any more paintings. I have loads of paintings to do. My husband's going to kill me. But we all know that I'm definitely going to buy something. I cannot pass it up, even if it is only like $2 or something like that. Something silly like that. So that was a very long answer for a very short question. I apologize if you knew that stuff already. But if you didn't, hopefully you've learned something, and hopefully my information is correct. But that was a screenshot of a conversation that I did not have with someone, but that I saw someone have with someone else. With that said, I'm going to take a sip of water. Now, hello, everybody that's just joined. Sorry, I was on a tangent there. I'm scrolling up. Oh, yes. It's not really a sale, is it? Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Your friend orders from Wish all the time, you never have. I order from Wish for other things. Like, for example, let me see if I can, I might bump you. Jeez, sorry. So I ordered this little, it's dirty now. Oh gosh, sorry, that's so embarrassing. My dog sheds a lot. I ordered this little phone case from Wish. It was free, except for shipping. I think it was like $2 shipping. And it's a squishy. And my camera is not going to autofocus. Are you, if I touch you? Yeah, okay, there we go. So it's like a little squishy, and it's so soft and so cute. But it came to me flat. So it shouldn't be that flat. It should be it should be cat shaped. But it's really cute. But it picks up all of the dirt and all of the dust. So, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't realize. But it is fun to touch. And if you're a tactile person like me and you like to rub fingers or click pens or anything, this would be really helpful to ease anxiety or stress. So even if I don't put it on my phone, it is kind of nice to have. I wish you would go back into a cat shape, because that's just, I mean, can you see that face? But yeah, I loved it because it had the books and everything, and a little bit of misinterpreted text to English. Yes, cat said to how to sleep. I can't even say it because it doesn't make sense. But anyway, squishy. That I ordered that from Wish. I've ordered a lot of things from Wish, but diamond paintings are hit and miss for me. Just in my experience, So, because you never really know if you're going to get a full or a partial, or, what's the story. And yeah, my brain is like, tell them. But then there's a part of me that's like, no, let them see. Because I almost finished the video tonight, but then I got interrupted at work. Yes, I edit while I'm at work. Don't tell my boss, please. Sometimes it gets so slow. But tonight was really, really busy, so I really didn't have time. And then if I want to do voiceover, which I want to do, then I have to have quiet time with no dog barking, no husband watching TV in the background or anything. So, we find time when we can. Us YouTubers are human too. Now, hello, Laverne. Um, oh, did somebody go away? I'm really sorry if I missed somebody. I was on my own tangent there. I do that, sorry. Ree has been DPing for a month, but so hooked. Me too. The moment that I got my first diamond painting, I was just like, this is for me. And I'm sure everybody else here feels the same, or they wouldn't be here. Laverne, I just I ordered it and it should be here hopefully tomorrow. I've been watching the calendar like a hawk. So as soon as that comes in, that is going to take priority over all other videos and all of my other everything because I have to get it done by the 18th when I leave Ireland to go back to the States for a visit because it's a custom that I made for a friend of mine. Hopefully, they are not watching, but they know that I'm making that photo, but they won't see it. Does that make sense? So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait, and it's such a challenge. A 60 by 90 square by every moment in a week and a half. I don't know. I'm not going to be sleeping anyway, and all the housework is going to go to crap. That's all I have to say about that. Because I'm going to try my hardest to get that done. And if I don't get it done, I'll take it with me and I'll do it there. And then hopefully by the time I meet them, I'll have it finished. Because I'll certainly have enough time once I get there because I'll be on holidays and there won't be any work to do or anything like that. Any inconveniencing things to be doing, just diamond painting. And the other good thing, sorry, I'll look at the comments here in a second. The other good thing about going back to the States is that I have 3 Diamond Art Club paintings to unbox when I get there. You have no idea how excited I am. I wouldn't buy them and have them shipped to me in Ireland because it's incredibly expensive. But, well, I shouldn't say I wouldn't because I might, but it's the same with the DIY moon shop. It's just so far and the shipping is so expensive that I just honestly, I'm a normal person and I couldn't afford it and I don't have any sponsors or anything like that. So we'll see, maybe someday. But yeah, no, at the moment, I'm just really enjoying sharing like the pictures and the process, and hopefully I can help anybody that's new or old. No, I'm just joking. Hopefully I can just help people to do this and just share a bit of my life in the meantime. I really like it. And I really enjoyed making that last video with the chickens and everything. That was really fun. Took a lot longer than I expected, but hey, it was good. It's really great to be doing and thinking about it and thinking about what you guys would like to see and everything. And it really motivated me to get it done quick. And yeah, so. Sorry, I'm going back up, making weird noises. Stephanie, yeah, I think Every Moment is like the tip top, like creme of the creme kind of diamond painting company. I mean, I'm sure there are more, but from Aliexpress, I certainly think it is Every Moment. I can't even think of another one that there's oh, actually there's one. Well, I don't know if they're creme of the creme. Let me just look at my orders here. I'm so sorry I keep stopping. They're not on my order list. I haven't ordered from them yet. Silly me. But they are in my cart, which I haven't emptied. What is the name of that shop? Oh, I forgot to put that in my cart. Lao Ji Yuan shop. That's the one that I've seen a few crystal paintings, which they describe as pebbles on their website. Lao Ji Yuan. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. I've really wanted to try them. They are not cheap, but it looks like you get virtually every painting that they have in square, round, or pebble, which is crystals. And they're the silver-backed crystals, which, which I realize they are kind of hard to work with. I remember when I was working on one, and in the backing of them or the top of them, it's just kind of strange. Sometimes the color pops off. Sometimes the silver backing, the bottom, which adheres to the canvas, sometimes that's missing, which makes it see-through. Yeah. But anyway, I really, really, really want to order from them, and I have 2 in my cart at the moment. Actually, it tells me that they are going on sale. It looks for about $1 off, $1.20 off each. And I think the one that I'm looking at right now is called Dream Tree, which is also on Huacan. You might know this one as like the one that Ella showed in her stash video. That's like a purple forest. I have wanted that painting for so long. Like since I started diamond painting, that was on the top of my list. And the only reason I never got it was because I kept finding other designs that I liked more, and I kept finding gifts to make for people. So it just like got put on the back burner. But now I found this in the crystals, and I'm just like, yes, full crystal as well. So that's that. Oh, I'm so behind. I'm really sorry. Laverne, there are some really good videos on YouTube. If you search how to place a custom order diamond painting, I think Ella was the one that I watched. But there are lots of people who will show you step by step. I would show you, and maybe I will make a video the next time I order a custom painting and just, document the process. But basically, you message a seller on Aliexpress, you send them a picture of what you want, and then they will send you a mock-up of what that will look like in diamonds, and you either agree to it or you don't, and they'll send you the link if you need to purchase any specific, how do I put it, like, I don't want to complicate this too much, but basically they'll send you a link, and then you click the link, you press buy, and you go through the process just as you normally would. And that's it, really. So ordering a custom isn't as difficult as it seems at the beginning. And once you do it and you get your first custom in the mail, I guarantee you that you will be ordering a lot more customs, because it's nice to see your own pictures come to life. It's just that you do have to keep in mind that they're not going to look just like the photo. So if you're expecting a photo result, you definitely won't be getting a photo result. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. Okay, I'm going to quickly move on to a new color, not an orange color. So if you're actually watching this and just listening, it is the percent sign. So percent sign is, I'm going to move this closer to me. Number 420. 420 is in here. So anything that was in bags, and they came in the little plastic bags that this came off of. Um, Anything that came in 5 bags or less, I put into my little clear kit. I got this kit from Wish. Oh, I keep it open and I'll remember where I'm at because otherwise I'll forget. Let's see. Oh, hi, Jilly. Sorry, I'm ages behind. Do, 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 do. You're hooked. Yeah, for teeny, I'm exactly the same. The shipping is expensive, so that's the only reason that I haven't done it yet. But that doesn't mean to say that I can't do it in the future, but it's just very, very expensive for what it is. So I'm going to do what I can with what I've got. And try to save up my money because I think if you really, really want, like if there's a specific painting that they have that you're dying to have, then you will make a way of it happening. But I'm sure if you order the seller as well, and let them know, maybe you could do it in installments or something like that too. I don't know. I won't speak for them, but they do seem like really kind people, and who knows. Laverne sent a message and picture to Zoe. Yeah, exactly. And she gives you a suggested size and a link, and it does work. It's really awesome. I've asked her about a few different pictures, and if I'm not happy and I'm unsure, it's no problem to her. And I like that. She doesn't pressure you to buy because when I went to Zoe, who is of Evermoment, I asked if they could do the Sherlock custom that I had made for my grandfather. And originally, if you don't know this, I originally had it ordered from AZQSD store. They sent me round instead of square like I ordered, so I was really mad and upset by that. So I went to Evermoment to see if they would do it, and the amount that they quoted me for was just way out of my price range at that moment. So I just didn't say anything, to be honest. And it was fine. And then when I went back to order I ordered a painting that was off the shelf, so to speak. And they were very kind to me and they kept updating me with tracking information. And then when I ordered this custom, they were also very kind. And the thing is that they treat everybody the same. It wasn't like I went out of my way to go, I'm on YouTube and I'm going to review you. Like, I never said anything like that, and I wouldn't, because then it wouldn't be fair. I don't want them to treat me any different. I want them to not know. I'm an undercover agent. But yes, Zoe is very, very, very kind and helpful. And I found Cherry very kind and helpful as well from Who It Can. But whoever was working behind the scenes for ZQSD, I'm not sure. I know it's not the same person. It couldn't possibly be Cherry. But I digress. That's none of my business. Oh, the Crystal Buddha. Yeah, they are. And they did the mermaid, and I love that painting. I actually went and found the actual artist for that painting. I don't have the name in front of me at the moment, but I think I will have that painting made at some stage because it's just hauntingly beautiful. I love it. It's like Klimt or a Monet. To me, it's just so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jade's Treasure. Oh yeah, that's a mermaid one as well. That's a really pretty one. The one that I ordered, should I tell you? Should I tell you what I ordered from Diamond Art Club, or do you want to wait? Do you want to be surprised? Please tell me so that I don't ruin it for you if you'd rather be surprised. Those videos won't be coming out until Thanksgiving, so I don't know if you want to wait that long, but just let me know. But all of the paintings on Diamond Art Club from like Mandy Manzano, I absolutely adore them. Ooh, there's a Rachel store. Ooh. I've never heard of a Rachel store. I'd like to order from them. Be like, hello, sister, twin, self. That would be funny. They wouldn't get it, but I would get it. Okay. Okay, I've gotten 3 people saying tell us in a row, so I'll tell you. So the first one that I ordered, I don't want to come off as braggy, right? But I am really excited, and I have been waiting for over a month to even see these things. They're still in the box. So the first one I ordered was this lavender flower arrangement, which I think is on clearance. I might be wrong, but it was there about, they're popping up. It was there about a month ago, and I'm pretty sure it's still on the website. It was as of maybe like a week ago. The second one that I ordered is called Clouds in the Sky or Over the Horizon, something like that. I could look it up if you want, but basically that one was a clearance item, okay? And this was when the decal was announced. And so I used an affiliate link for the first time to buy a painting. And it was a clearance item, but I hadn't read the fine print. And I didn't read that, if you buy this clearance item, you're buying it as is, and it's possible that it's older stock or doesn't come with all the diamonds, and we will not give you missing diamonds because you're buying as is, which is fair enough because there's a warning, but I didn't read it. I didn't see it. It wasn't very clear. It wasn't like it was right in front of my face, but I didn't read it. Like if that was bigger than the price tag, I would have definitely read it. But I was just so determined. But basically that one is like this beautiful cloud scene with blues and pinks and purples, and then there's dragons in it as well. And I was just like, oh my God. And it's huge. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. So there's that one, and I think it's square drill. And then the last one that I ordered, I'm trying to remember if I ordered any more. I don't think I did. But the last one that I definitely just ordered a few days ago is Friend of the Maidens. And it's a picture of 2 mermaids with an orca, like a killer whale, coming up the side. And it's a Mandy Manzano. It is the full shebang. It's got Aurora Borealis, AB gems. It's huge. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm probably going to have to put it in my office here somewhere. Maybe behind me so that if I ever do make like full frontal videos that, you'll be able to see it. But yeah, I saw that, and I was actually showing my husband the website because I was like, you have to see this incredible website. And like, this is the kind of thing that I think that diamond painting should be about, like supporting artists and all that. and we got into this really philosophical conversation, and then I happened to see that picture and I was just gobsmacked with it, and he knew and I knew, but I didn't tell him that 2 weeks later I bought it. But yeah, really, really excited. He know, of course, after the fact, but it's my money and I do what I want. Anyhow, tangent over. Let me see. Are y'all still there? Sometimes I worry that I get disconnected or something. Obsessed with JoJo's. Oh, yeah. Like, there's so many good ones on Diamond Art Club's website. I think they're really great. I'd love to get into the business myself, but I'm not exactly a businesswoman. And this is just a hobby, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to really do some full studying to go any further, if you know what I mean. But like, sometimes I think that the people that live here, the artists that live here, would make incredible, like their work would make incredible diamond paintings. I see a lot of diamond paintings online that are Celtic Celtic inspired, you know? And I don't know. It's a dream of mine anyway. We'll see what I'd love to try to get their work out there and not ripped off, if that makes sense. Oh, good, you're still there. Amanda, how's your AliExpress shopping going? Are you finding any hummingbirds? Getting your DP. Good. Okay. Phew. It just went silent there. I was like, too far. Was I on a real tirade there? Because sometimes I could just go off on tangents like that. Anybody else get like that? It's like I'm talking to my best friend or something. Do you know? Do you know what happened today, actually? So I work in a gym, right? I work in a leisure center. So there's a gym and a pool, sauna, jacuzzi, and all that. So I'm gonna get another drink. I need one. So, you know how the weather's changing. Winter is coming, just like the Starks in Winterfell say. And it's getting cooler. Evidently, people are feeling the cold very strongly here in the village that I live in, because every day I get complaints about how the pool is colder and that they want me to turn up the temperature of the pool. Oh, I just noticed 4 symbols as I close that up. But the thing that they don't know is that the temperature of the pool has not changed. And no matter what I say, they don't believe me. We cannot change the temperature of the pool. It's actually set by a computer that's like off-site or whatever. And so, like, what they're feeling is the difference in air temperature outside, air temperature inside, and the water. And it's so, excuse me, it's so just very annoying to have to say this several times a day. Because I know that they're frustrated and everything, but it's literally like, I just saw a symbol of the same color. Oh my God, does that happen to anybody else? Yeah, so it happens several times a day, and by the end of the day, I'm just going, can't we just make this pool hotter just to satiate them? But it's not up to me. And I've asked, but it's not up to me. So, anyhow, that's just my little rant of work for the day. Abra, you're getting one as well? Which one are you getting? Oh, Off to See the Wizard. Oh, that's a lovely one. Oh, yes. I can't wait to see that finished. You found one on Evermoment. Oh yeah, which one did you get? We'd love to see it. Oh, sorry. I'm just checking. I think I missed your first one. It was bad and ordered one of the clearance, but I love it. Uh, which one did you get? Did you get did everything come with it on your clearance? Because that's what I'm worried about. I know that if something bad happened to you, not necessarily going to happen to me, and if it happened to me, it's not necessarily going to happen to you, but sometimes I worry about that sort of thing. I think that's why we're here on YouTube, to see this sort of thing. Friends from the Sea. Tammy, can you, I think it was maybe you were saying on one of my earlier videos that you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? Is this a good volume? I'm much closer to the microphone today. Hi, Jen. How are you? Sorry, I missed you there for a second. I keep looking up and down and all around. Okay, I'm going to work on ampersand or the and symbol. As it's known, it's 780, which is in a baggie. 780, there we go. Okay, ta-da. And this is the one where I put the actual bag in instead of emptying the bags into the Ziploc bag, because it's actually easier for me to pull one out, take off the top. Well, so I'm going to have to bite that one, and then empty it into my tray, than it was for me to empty all of the little baggies into the bigger baggie. It took me a while, and I had a bit of a blonde moment, but I say that with all the love and respect in the world. I'm not blonde, but I wish I was. But yeah, I just couldn't. I didn't really think about it when I was putting this away, because I was like, I'm only going to be working on it for like 2 days. Here I am, day 4. Let's see. Jilly. Hope it isn't a stupid question, but how do you know if the drills are DMC drills? Well, these ones they come in these bags. I'll show you an actual bag. Sorry if this is in and out of focus. So, do you see the DMC number there at the very bottom? 780. That's how you know that's the DMC number. And like on this piece of paper, I have the symbol that's on the canvas. Then this is the DMC code, and that's how many little baggies they gave me. And that's the total number of drills that are supposed to be on the canvas itself. So, and the check marks are me checking to make sure I have all my little baggies. Oh, yeah, that one called Lips Like Morphine. Whose unboxing did I see? Oh, sorry, drop that. Whose unboxing did I see where they got it and it was just too small? It was like, it just looked, was that Abstract Crafter maybe? It did, in fairness, it did look a bit small when she unboxed it, and I was kind of going, wow, because it didn't really look like any other ones from Mandy that I had seen. That was the first time that I was like, ooh, problems. diamonds. But actually, you know, I think they fixed it in the end. But if it's a clearance item, yeah, I guess they could get away with selling it then. But that happened again when the Snow White one came out, and it was very small. The 30 by 40 or something like that that she got. I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. Good, doing several things while you're listening to my live. Well, thank you very much. I hope I can keep you company and entertain you a little bit. Hopefully, I don't dump my diamonds all over the place. I am the kind of person that accidentally is clumsy at all times. Not on purpose, clearly, but it just seems to happen to me, which is why I'm not holding my tray. Oh, see? I'm not going to hold my tray because I'll probably shake it to death. It's been a long day. So I'm going to keep it on the table and just move my arm, which I wouldn't normally do. But then again, I would kind of be hunched over. I don't have a nice table yet that like a drafting table or an easel or anything yet. I do have a TV table, like one of those things that you would eat off of, but it doesn't come in close enough to me. And sometimes I think maybe that's my eyesight or something getting in the way. But it would be nice to kind of go like this, instead of, because the alignment could get off really easily. Could get a little skewed. But sure, it's all right. These colors have been really, really nice, whereas I had a color earlier today that was horrible to work with. Like, okay, I'll show you real quick and then I'll look at the chat again. Which one was, oh yeah. So it's kind of like this poo brown color. Let's see if it'll, oh no. So this is all of the junky drills from this particular painting. And all of these, those, not the darker one, but the lighter one, all of those were junky and they all had tabs on them. And I just I kept pulling them out and going, is it just me? Or like, is this color screwed? But it really was. It was very bad. But I think it was just like the first layer of diamonds or something. Because after that it was fine. But at first I was really worried, especially after I almost ran out of a color on my first color. So this is going to be a very interesting painting. I really hope I don't run out of diamonds. Here's my husband coughing again. Sorry. Haven't gotten it yet, but I'll of course do a video for it, do inventory on camera so they can see it well, because they do watch them. Yeah, they do watch them, and that I think that's really good. That's a good sign that they like the feedback. So I will also look forward to seeing that. It might put me on edge if it's anytime soon, but yeah, really excited to get my first Diamond Art Club painting. I think that's the last and symbol. Pretty sure. Just double check here. Normally what I do is like use to kind of go up the painting. I've missed a few of the other ones. Do this when I'm on camera because I don't want to block your view. But it actually is really, really helpful for me, like when I'm working on my own. And I'll just do it right now just to show you. But I'm really not that worried. If I miss them, it's okay. So I think I did get them, or most of them anyway. And I will, normally when I have on this painting, when I'm working with the bags, I will use up all of the bag that I've opened and I'll just keep working down the canvas, but I don't want to have to move the whole setup, and I don't want to jostle you too much or anything. Plus, it's fun to watch it all come together in one little spot, right? Let's see. Oops, they got stuck in the spout. Go on. What a miss. What a miss. Yeah, it is pretty cool that that they use the same code as the embroidery floss for cross stitch. It's a really clever way of staying organized. But not all of them use them, you're right, Dearly Crafted. And sometimes I get so frustrated when I get kits that don't have the codes, because then I'm like, well, what am I going to do with them? Should I just throw them away? Will I ever get the time to organize or match them? Will I ever have the collection to match them? I don't think I will. But I don't want to say never, because yeah, it's quite possible. I got a few paintings, not as many as some other YouTubers, but the paintings that I've got are huge. I don't know where I'm going to put them. That's my biggest problem. Yeah. Oh, it was Stitcherista. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just remember her being like, no, this is wrong. And I was like, ooh. You could use them in other crafts. Dearly Crafted, didn't you put up a video today about making bracelets with hands? Everybody should go watch that video. It's really cool. It's really super cool. I do not know how to make jewelry, but it seemed quite easy. If you can get the materials, then yeah, you should consider doing something like that for sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with my leftover diamonds. See, I used to be a collector. I was about to say hoarder, but I am a collector. I like to complete things, be a completionist. But when I moved abroad about 8 or 9 years ago, I stopped doing that because I had to pack up my whole life into suitcases, you know? So I got rid of a lot of the stuff that I had collected, and I stopped doing it to this degree because I didn't have a home base anymore. But like, if you've been living in the same place, which I have now been living in the same house for 4 years or nearly 4 years, you just end up getting things. Shirley, you probably know what I'm talking about. You get things, and then you like these things, and you just keep going with them, and then maybe you fall out with something, and you just don't get rid of that thing, so it just piles up. I don't know. I have so many crafting supplies. Lucky for me, I wasn't a completionist about them, because if I had still been a completionist about it and I had gotten every little bit, every tool, every whatever for it, I would be in so much trouble. So I don't know if you're like that, but I mean, I would like to think that if you are, that you would go and do those other hobbies as well as this one and kind of rotate them like other people do in the community. Like Stitcherista is a good example, and so is Miss Crochet and Coffee. You do the crocheting, obviously, and the diamond painting. So you're forth, so you can kind of justify having all those craft supplies. Whereas, like, I'm the kind of person that starts a hobby and never finishes. So I kind of wish I could fix that about myself. But I think, yeah, it's just one of those things. Um, oh, Christmas ornaments. That's a great idea, Karina. I'm just thinking about that now. That sounds really cool. You know, you could make like little picture frames or something and like paint the frames with diamonds. That would be cool. Yeah, I like that idea. That's really neat. You could use that what's that app? There's an app, Cross Stitch World or something. I keep seeing people post pictures about it on certain Facebook groups, and it's like a game, I think. Um, I think it's a game. Something to that effect anyway, and then you can make, I think you can make your own designs. But if you could find a program to make your own design, then you would know exactly how many drills you'd need to make that little ornament. Or you could just play around with it if you wanted to. You don't have to make it perfect or anything. I'm sure that whoever you're making for is going to love it either way, you know? That's one thing I'd like to hear from you. How does your family or how do your friends react to your diamond painting obsession? I would love to know what they think or how they react to you and diamond painting. My best friend, I bought her a kit. It was one of those cats, like a cool mosaic cat, two cats and like a moon or something to represent her two cats. And I bought it for her. When I gave it to her, she was happy, but she was hesitant as well. And I was like, "What's wrong? Like, did I get it wrong? Did I read you wrong, or are you upset about this or something?" And she goes, "No, it's just that my sister bought me one." And she goes to her room and she pulls out like the picture of the two people kissing. Like it's like the ice. I think it was, or no, no, it wasn't the two people kissing. It was the Buddha. It was that kind of colorful Buddha one. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong one. And she goes, she could be watching this for all I know. And she goes, yeah, I was given this. And, you know, it took me ages. And like, I was just talking to her the other night and she was saying that, you know, it's funny that we sit down, you and I sit down together and we do this to relax. And she said every time she sits down with a diamond painting, she gets so frustrated and worked up. And she's like, I can't believe I've only done this much and I'm so far behind. And Rachel is like whizzing past me and I can never keep up. And I was like, it's not about finishing fast. Like some people have more time than others. Maybe I have more time than she does. Maybe she just spends less time on it, and that's fine. There's no one way to do this. It's not a race. You know, you go at your own pace and you do what you can do, and that's all you can do. I was trying to explain to her that it's fine, you know. But she did bring this up, and then I told her that I made a YouTube channel, and she was like, but I'm really thankful to have her to support. And even though she thinks that it's crazy to find this relaxing, I still do. Oh, you also knit and cross stitch. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I still need to learn how to knit. I have no idea how to do that. My attention span is so challenged. I have to make notes to remember other crafts other than diamond painting. Me too. It's like I'll show you someday. I've got this fairy house that I made out of clay and plastic bottles. I saw it on Pinterest and I thought it would be easy. It's not easy, and it's halfway done, I want to say, but it's not going to happen. The clay keeps peeling and cracking, and they used a different clay. The woman who makes these beautiful sculptures must have used a different clay, and it's just, oh, I want mine to look like hers so bad. But then whenever I look at it, I'm just like, do you know how many hours I spent on this thing? Father and husband now diamond paint. My kids love it. Mom likes it. Sparkles, and friends are amazed by it. That's awesome. It's really good. Yeah, it's surprising how many people can really get into it when you know when you're passionate about it and you love it. My workmates are not happy about diamond painting because I used to bake a lot. Diamond in the rough, I am right there with you. I used to be that person who baked all of the goodies and everything, and now I'm like, I'm gonna do something for myself. That's great. Hopefully, you can still make yourself cookies. One of your friends thinks you're insane. Managed to get another one of them completely addicted. Awesome. Awesome. Got a lot of my friends addicted. Everyone else thinks I'm nuts. Yeah, I think a lot of my friends think I'm nuts too, cause they're so small and like finicky and stuff, and people are like, "How do you have the time or attention span to do that?" And I'm like, "How do you have the attention span to watch so much TV?" Like, but that's just me. Enjoy the time paint. Help take my mind off other things. Same here, Karina. Yeah, I like how I can just zone out and not have to think about other things. But sometimes that turns into ignoring, you know, actual problems, which is not healthy. They want me to YouTube bake so they can get cakes again. Yeah, maybe you should make a YouTube channel on making cakes because I'd watch it. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I suppose it would be difficult to hear me. I am quite soft spoken, so if anybody ever has a hard time hearing me, please let me know, and I'll do my best to remember to speak up because I am pretty soft spoken, and sometimes, depending on the setup that I'm using, the microphone could be far away from me. But I know in some of my older videos, I was using headphones and they would have dropped off the side or something like that. And I remember even editing it, pulling the volume all the way up, and it still didn't help. So I really apologize for that. And I do my best. But like right now it's 1:45 in the morning where I'm at. And it's because I have tomorrow off. But yeah, that's probably one reason why like my voice would be very low right now. But I'm also much closer to the microphone, so hopefully you can all hear me okay. So we're working on the color, the color, letter E, the color number 783. So it's kind of like a pea soup green. I don't know if you can see that. It looks yellowish, but kind of off yellow, like the center of a flower. It's a very interesting color. The colors in this painting are so muted. I knew when I bought it that I was gonna have to either do it for my grandmother or give it to her. And I thought that I was just gonna give it to her to do because she loves autumn, like the season. She loves deer. It screams my grandmother, but like I hadn't the patience to pull out a Huacan custom and go at that and then get a Ever Moment custom and have to take that one apart and take this one apart. No, take the one I was working on apart and then put the other one up. This one was small enough that I could just in, out, bing, bang, boom, done. So that's kind of why I did it this way. Excuse me. Dearly Crafted, my husband is a very good cook too, and I blame him for my weight gain as well because he loves to make things like curries, pastas, lasagnas. I hope I'm not making you hungry. No, he just makes lots of really, really lovely, rich food, and I'm so spoiled. I am the worst cook. Like, I do not cook well. I love baking. I pride myself on my baking, but my cooking is pretty bad. So he's in charge. And now that I work nights, you know, he ends up cooking quite often, which is great. I love not having to cook dinner. But I prefer to make breakfast foods like pancakes and porridge, and I know that sounds boring, but you can really spice it up. Make it interesting and delicious. So ooh, we could talk about Southern food. I'm from Virginia. Does that count to you? Is Virginia really in the South? Am I being blasphemous by even asking that question? I mean, I grew up there, but obviously my accent is not very Southern. The one like real Southern food that I miss the most is like biscuits and gravy. Hello. Sorry, guys. Whew. I gotta take another drink. Hello, hello. If I haven't said hello to you, hello. My candle went out. Hang on, let me fix that. It's like a timer. Like, oh, the candle went out. I know that it's been about maybe an hour. Am I right? An hour and 20 minutes. So there goes that one. In goes this one. And basically what this is one of those wax melts. I'll tilt you up a little bit so you can see. So this is actually a Yankee Candle wax that I had left at the very, very bottom of one of those big tumblers. And so I was able to get it out of the jar itself. And then I put the excess wax into the top of this thing. And now I have the smell of a Yankee Candle without the massive jar. So, see if I can get you back into frame there. Okay, cool. We're back. Virginia, South Carolina. What is porridge? Oh, oatmeal. Sorry. Yeah, porridge is oatmeal. Uh, so like for example, this morning I had apple, cinnamon, orange with milk. So porridge is just oats with milk that's heated up on the stove. Jeez, why did I say porridge? I think I've just been living out of the States for too long. Sometimes I just say words that are the another word for it that we wouldn't normally use in the States. And then I forget that most are from the States, so then I gotta kind of remember where I came from, so to speak. And yeah, it can get a bit confusing, I suppose. So, oh, I got a sleepy husband back there. But yeah, that was my breakfast this morning. And then, like, normally we would have eggs and toast or something, because if you don't know, I have chickens. I have 4 chickens. They are beautiful creatures and they feed me every day. I definitely recommend it. So, let's see, where was I? Cream of wheat. It's not exactly cream, no, just oatmeal. Oatmeal. The dog wants to go out again. He's 17. Oh, sweetheart. Poor puppy. Right, we're nearly there. And then I'll pull back and show you what it looks like when we're done. But let's see. We've got the number 2 is 919. But I haven't got many of them. I just have 2. I think I missed them the first time around. 919. Oh yeah, that was the first one I was working on. Ooh, cornbread. I love cornbread. I make cornbread every time we have chili. I just buy the cornmeal and then buttermilk and sour cream. And I use a recipe from, I think it's allrecipes.com. Yeah. It's like grandma's cornbread recipe or something like that. And it is so good. So good. But like, it's one of those things that like, if I make a lot of it, I will eat it. And I shouldn't, but I will. All of it. I think my favorite southern recipe. What do I miss? Yeah, biscuits and gravy for breakfast. And then like minute steaks or cube steaks. We'd have them. Or like Thanksgiving is coming up, right? And one of the things that I loved was green beans with cream of mushroom soup and fried onions on top. I would actually eat the whole thing if you put it in front of me right now. All right, I'm going to move on to S. S is 740, which is just here. And I knew I'd go to that color. It's like this really super bright orange. Ooh, focus. Yeah, this really bright orange one. Yeah, Chili is one of my go-to meals. Oh, I should have put that one away first. Chili is a go-to meal. We eat it weekly. I tried turning it into stuffing. The cornbread? No. But if you suggest it, I'll try it. Yeah, green bean casserole is divine. Love it. One of my favorite Thanksgiving foods. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Like, you put it on the table and display it, and it's like the first thing you go for. I think my first thing is either the green bean casserole or the stuffing. My grandma's stuffing is out of this world. I absolutely adore it. And it's like a recipe that's been handed down for years and years and years. And I make it the way that my great grandma made it. And I don't know if her mom made it that way, but it's yummy. What about you? Stephanie says green bean casserole. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Get the recipe. Get the recipe and please message it to me. Send it to me on Instagram or on Facebook or something. Wherever you can. I would love to try cornbread stuffing. That sounds lovely. And your daughter loves my chickens. Well, thank you. I'm sure that they would love her too. And they probably like to nibble at her as well because that's one of their favorite things to do. Oh, the kid needs money. Oh no, Tammy. I've been there. Well, I don't have kids, but I've been that kid. So I'm sure that they appreciate it. Having a parent to help them. We just have cube steaks and my mashed potatoes last night. Yummy. My dinner tonight was frozen pizza. It's kind of like my Friday again. I think I did a live stream this time last week. I don't remember exactly what day it was, but this is about the time where I get my days off. So unfortunately this week I don't have 2 days in a row, so that's why I'm doing this now, because I don't know if I'll get time later on in the week. Plus I'll be busy with unboxings, fingers crossed that every moment comes in. Ooh, baked mac and cheese. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the only way I can eat mac and cheese here. They don't actually have Kraft or any boxed Annie's or whatever you guys have now. We don't have any of that special food. We have those little, well, they're not even elbow, like they're called elbow macaroni, but they're straight. Which doesn't make any sense because I thought it was elbow-like, as in, you know, your actual elbow shape. I could be wrong. I'm going to move on to number 8 symbol, which is 3854, which is here. Another one of the ones that I unbagged. It's a kind of a peachy, not exactly peach, like a sand, but a little bit redder than sand color. Stuff into mac and cheese. Pumpkin pie. Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to make some pumpkin pie because of all the pumpkins that we carved on Halloween and some of the ones that we didn't. So I'm going to make a pumpkin pie and a pecan pie. I was thinking about maybe freezing one and saving it for another time. Can you do that? I think you can. You can freeze a pie. before it needs to be baked, right? I'm sure you can, but let me know if I'm wrong, because I'd hate to do it and then find out later that I was wrong. Let's see what else. Well, thank you so much. I would love that recipe. And if you guys have other recipes that you'd like to send me, please feel free. You can send them to me on here, or I'm going to type it here. Actually, let me go around the other side. Oh no, I need two hands. Sorry, blocking your view. So this here I'm typing is my Instagram handle. So if you would like to check out my Instagram, oops, it's right there, at Namare. And it's a personal Instagram. So, it's got pictures of everything. It's got pictures of the area and my dog and me and all kinds of stuff. And I don't mind you guys having it. I don't put a lot of diamond painting stuff on there yet. Oops, sorry. I may open up an Instagram account for that, but I'm not all that social media savvy, really. And there's so many pages for diamond painting. I just like being a part of the group, So unless something really big happens, I think I'm just gonna continue on as I am. And I'm sure that you don't mind. Plus, it's way more interesting if you see my normal life than if you saw just like, I don't know, some kind of preconceived idea of what I should show you. I'm just being real, But anyway, where was I? What kind of dog do you have, Dearly Crafted? Because I was just looking at your comment, and every time you cut his hair, he looks like a rat. Is he like a Chihuahua or something like that? Because I'm imagining a small dog. You can freeze pies. Oh, thank goodness. I'm sure I could have read that online, but I got enough devices going on right now. I'd have to remember to look it up later, and be honest with you, I'm probably not going to go back and watch this for a little bit because it just hurts my ears to hear myself talk for so long. I have to put it on fast forward or something just to get through it. Sorry, Tammy. I think I missed something there. Did you say something before? Was that part of another comment? Oh, you're back. I wish you hadn't purchased your painting. Uh-oh. I hope it works out. I know family's first and everything, but sometimes it can be very inconvenient. I have listened to myself on 2 times the speed. I've listened to myself on 8 times the speed. Depending on the day, it can sound funny or just wicked. Yeah, the editing program that I use can get kind of silly, but I think I figured it out now. And like whenever I want to do a time lapse of me doing inventory or something, I just don't want to have to go through the hassle of compressing, rendering, transferring, and then doing it all over again just to get the speed I want. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there for like 5 minutes where you could be sitting there for 30 seconds, you know? So anyhow, I found what works for me in that regard, and there's no sound, which is perfect. So I can just talk away to whoever's in the house at the time, and there isn't any feedback or anything, which is good. So, not that I think that you guys mind or anything, but I mind when I'm going back through the video and I have to hear everything again. Like on that massive Who It Can unboxing video. Oh my gosh, I was so sick and so loopy, and the husband kept coming in, and I was like, oh, can you just go go away? Leave me be. No, I didn't tell him to go away. I wouldn't do that. As I was feeling too sick to do that anyway. I think I was more like, could you feed me? Please? I used to hate hearing myself, but now if I'm bored or you run out of videos on YouTube, you listen to yourself. I did play back the last live. I thought it was really cool. Because I watch other YouTubers' live videos to see, you know, what they're up to, and it's really fun. Like, I don't know if anybody here would be interested or knows anything about K-pop or anything like that, but I am an avid fan of a channel called Simon and Martina. They used to be called Eat Your Kimchi, and they did these daily vlogs of life before I moved there, which helped prepare me to live in the country. And they got really, really big on YouTube while I was over there. And it was really fun to follow them. And they've kind of, you know, well, obviously they've totally grown and into very big, respectable YouTubers. And now they live in Japan, which is a dream of mine. But yeah, so when I think about like the direction that I want to go in with my future and whether this could be something for me, I kind of think in bigger terms like that because they're an inspiration to me. But obviously, I'm here for the diamond painting. Oh, she's the miniature poodle. Oh, I love poodles. They're so smart. Those two drills just keep getting stuck. Even though she's 30, Mama helps. That's what mamas are for. You sound like a very good mom. Sorry, did Stephanie say something and I missed it? I keep missing little bits. Oh, I'm sorry you had a pet that passed away. You know, I had a cat that passed away at 17. And he was such a good cat. And cats are different than dogs, but it's always hard when they pass away, you know? Sometimes that's the way it happens, Tammy, isn't it? Just, you know, it always happens at a time that's inconvenient sometimes. It can't always be the best time. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting very thirsty. Hello to everyone who's come in that hasn't said hello. Just want to acknowledge you out there because I can see that there are quite a few of you watching, and I appreciate that. I'm just trying to decide on what symbol to go forward with. I guess I should move into the lighter areas. So why don't we do 7? Yeah, we'll do 7, which is 38.55. Just here. It's in the bag still, so I'll just pull out one bag. So where are you and what time is it where you are? That's what I want to know. While I try to find my scissors, which I had in front of me, but now they're gone. It is 10 past 1 in the morning in Ireland. So I'm guessing on the East Coast it must be 7 p.m. Make it prime time. So something really nice should be on television right now, and you're watching me instead, and I really appreciate that. You could be watching NCIS. I'm joking, I'm joking. Oh, I meant to tell you, this is like a creamy color. It's nice, it's pretty. Just checking. I'm going to move this up. Is that going to be distracting? I'm just going to move it a bit closer so my wrist isn't dying. I better get my orientation right or I'm going to be picking these off. 7:10 p.m. in North Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma. Ooh. Iowa, Wisconsin. And then Nova Scotia's 9. Oh, so it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 9 a.m. in Australia. Ooh. You're in the future. What's it like? Is it nice? Anything interesting happened overnight that we missed? Oh, you're missing The Walking Dead, but you haven't DVR'd. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's a huge compliment. I haven't watched The Walking Dead yet, and I feel like I should. I love zombie movies. Does anybody else like to watch kind of zombie horror or thriller movies? Because I do like thriller stuff, and I like the old zombie movies, like Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. They're all really fun movies to me. I'm not really worried about like gore when it's not really if it doesn't look realistic. I guess that's the way I would put it. Because it just doesn't bother me. I'm always like, well, it's just a movie, and it. But that's coming from the girl that had a really hard time watching Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark because of the monkey brains scene. And if you haven't seen it, then, well, if you see it and you see the scene with the heart, I mean, when I was a kid, I thought that I was going to die when I saw that. And then I got a nice long conversation with my grandpa who sat me down and told me what the movies were really all about when I was like 7 years old because of that very disturbing moment of childhood. Paranormal stuff. Love paranormal stuff myself as well. Love ghost stories and haunting stuff. There's a lot of that on Netflix at the moment. I think they'll probably be taking it down soon. So if you're interested in that, there was one called Hauntings, I think, which was very funny. It wasn't meant to be funny, but I found it really funny. Um, just nice to have a month of creepy stuff like The Haunting of Hill House and everything. That was quite good. Wasn't really impressed with the ending. How did you feel about it if you watched it? You'd be prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, that's a good reason to watch. I'm not going in any particular order with the placement of these diamonds because I keep losing my spot, and I don't know if it's because of the time of the night and my eyes are tired, or if it's because it's a square or because I'm sidetracked. I'm not really sure. It could be all of those things, to be honest. But I'm not that worried about it. I'll do like a little section, I'll do a checkerboard, and then I'll fill it in, and then I'll move on to the next little section. I don't think I have OCD at all. So if any of you suffer from it, or you think that you are suffering, then I'm really sorry about that. And I know that well, I've heard and friends have told me how difficult it can be. But I don't really have that problem. So when I don't fill it in correctly, I know that can sometimes bother people, like if I jump around too much or something. No one's ever complained, but I am aware that this particular craft is kind of intriguing and what's the word? Attractive to people with OCD. That could be fake. That could be false, rather, not fake, but false. I don't know the the exact numbers of who is OCD and who isn't that does diamond painting, but as far as YouTubers are concerned, I have noticed that there are quite a few who would fit that description, or even self-diagnose themselves, or have literally been diagnosed with OCD. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just like these tiny little squares. I just find it so interesting that like you could feel compelled to place them a very certain way. I just think that we should try to work hard to free ourselves from kind of the mental trap that sometimes we put ourselves into. That could be getting a bit too deep now. Pull back, pull back. But yeah. Not a fan of scary movies. That's okay too. What is your favorite genre of movies, or what is your favorite movie? I would like to hear. You've heard of what mine is. Bonus points for anyone who remembers. Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, this is a good movie. You are OCD. When you said, why are there socks on the floor? I was laughing so hard because, like, I know that my grandma is like that. She'd be like, "Why is this here?" And like, instead of saying your thing is here and you need to move it, she would move it or throw it away or do whatever. And I think maybe that's why I didn't develop any problems, because it just didn't. It wasn't like I was meant to deal with my stuff. I was very lucky. Maybe that's where it come from. I don't know. Now I'm older and not into scary stuff. Okay, too. It's nice feeling warm and safe in your bed, not having to worry about things after you've watched them. I didn't sleep very well after The Haunting of Hill House, to be honest. I really didn't. Not for a day or two. I had a few nightmares. They weren't actually related to the story, but there were things, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but there were things in the TV show that weren't obviously in focus, and I was just like pretty freaked out, I think, in the back of my head. Okay, favorite movies, Steel Magnolias. Oh, yes. Princess Bride. It's also one of my favorite movies of all time. Maybe the best movie. So I think Abra, you win. um, Lord of the Rings is great. Such a classic. Any Disney movie. I love some Disney, like classic Disney is where it's at. I used to have my drills perfectly straight. Discovered after making myself leave one painting that I was just wasting a bunch of time. Yeah, I was doing that with this as well. And like it was 3 or 4 colors in. And that's what I was talking about with the trash drills, like all these ones with the little bits on it. And I didn't know if it was that or if it was just me. And I'm still not 100% sure if it was just me or if it was also the drills. Obviously, there were a lot with like the little tags on them, but yeah, lining them up perfectly. Oh, speaking of, I can use tweezers now. Like I've never been able to use them before, but like I figured it out. So like if you turn, move this, if you turn your tray to where the tweezers go like this on either side so that it's not catching the grooves, you can pick them up quite easily and then place them wherever you want. It's really fast, and I don't know why my brain didn't like go, oh yeah, duh. But yeah, you can easily place them with the tweezers. I thought it would be a lot harder. I have to say, it's nearly impossible for me to pick up more than one. There's 3. There they go. Then if I try like 2, nope, not happening. Did you see that? That so yeah, one at a time, and I'll only do it when I need to or when I feel the urge to. I mostly use them to pick off diamonds on the canvas. If they get stuck in, they won't come off with the drill pen. Let's see, favorite kind of movies are comedies. Yeah, comedies are good. Comedies are fun. What's your favorite comedy, Jen? Dead Files, The Hauntings. Oh, yes. I think The Hauntings, was that the one where they had like the groups of people in the chairs and they were recalling the stories from their past? Because that's the one that I'm talking about. And I think it was the guy, I don't want to give it away. But there was one that really freaked me out, and it was the one about the father who was a serial killer. Really creepy. Oh my gosh, super creepy. I think it was that. I think it was the same show though, if my memory serves, which it never does, but diamond painting helps you escape OCD of cleaning. I could see how that would work. My grandmother was OCD about cleaning, where she would have to clean a toilet several times, like after every time you used it type of thing. And I just found it really tiring, but I know that she probably found it even more tiring, but she couldn't control that urge. It was almost like she would get sick even thinking about that sort of thing. So I can only imagine. I suppose in that way, what on earth happened here? Sorry. Oh, I think I dropped water or something on them. Shoot. Right. Okay, how will I fix this? Oh, I've got a solution. I have some bog roll, as they call it in Ireland, some toilet paper that I use to remove smudges and things when I'm doing my makeup on the vanity beside me. I'm going to tip this out onto the roll. It's not oil, I think it's water. That maybe I drank some water over top of my tray. So I'll just fish these out. I hadn't even noticed. Weird. They don't want to come out of the tray. So I'm going to read while I'm doing this, digging them out. Favorite movie is Twilight. Really? I don't think I've ever seen it fully. I've read, you're going to hate me, but I read 13 pages of the book and put it down. I just couldn't. It read like one of my journal entries from when I was in middle school or something. If I was diagnosed, they'd say I'd have A, B, C, D, and G. I don't know if he meant that to be funny, but that's pretty funny. Oh my gosh. I have a strange sense of humor, enjoy more of the comedies that are aimed at children. There's nothing wrong with that. I watched it before time today, and I don't have any kids or anything. I just felt that nostalgia, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch that. There's a part of me that was like, my inner kid was coming out, being like, oh, I remember when me and my cousins used to watch this, and that's cool too. Sorry, that's my slipper. Favorite movie is an oldie, The Apple Dumpling Gang with Don Knotts. I've never heard of that, but I'll have a look at it. Stephanie, do you mean Twilight? Oh dear. I know it's very divisive between people, and I don't want to upset anybody. I love vampires. I actually have all of the Vampire Chronicles written by Anne Rice in the living room. Excuse me. And I have read like the first 4 books so far and love it. Have read them as well. Because, I'm just one of those people that when I read a book, I sometimes forget what it was about. 436 is next. And that is the backslash. So, yeah, so I'll read books and then because I devour them. I don't know why. I read really fast and people are like, how do you remember? And the truth is I don't really remember. It's a very, very poignant book. But anyway, I love vampire novels, but Twilight was just not my cup of tea, and that's fine. And it's cool if that's somebody else's. You've never read the book, but you've seen the movies. You love the movies. Yeah, it's kind of like there's this reviewer on YouTube called the Dom. Does anybody know him? He does movie reviews, and he reviewed 50 Shades of Grey. It's actually really funny. I've never read those books or seen the video or the movies, but his way of putting it was so funny that I felt like I didn't need to. Do you have any recommendations for YouTubers that make you laugh like that? That, you feel like you don't need to buy the product. Like, it could be makeup or like beauty, craft, whatever. You feel like you don't need to buy it to enjoy it. adaptation. I thought that the Dom was really good at covering all the bases of a book, movie, or adaptation. And you could have seen one or the other or none of them, and you could kind of feel like you knew what he was. I think the books are better, but I have to admit that I have all the movies also. Oh, that's okay. I don't want anybody to have to choose if they don't want to. Though I tend to choose books over movies. But that's only because after watching certain TV shows with certain people in my life, I have come to find that I'm very picky about these sorts of things now, and sometimes it makes it unenjoyable. So I have to be careful, because it should be an escape. It should be something that you like, and that you enjoy instead of a chore. Because if you stop for a second and think about how we spend watching TV, like, I hope you're watching something that makes you happy and not just logging through something to say that you have. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew a lot of people like that would just watch it because they felt like they had to. It's like, no, you don't have to watch all of those movies if you don't want to. Think of all the time that you're wasting. Oh, we're not going to get that dark. It was meant to be funny. No, sorry, I was looking. Oh, big yawn. I was looking for the symbol. And backslash, backslash. There we go. I knew I'd missed some. So I guess, oh, do you know what I was going to do? When I was going to open up this live stream, I was actually going to invite you to ask some questions. Kind of like a Q&A session. If you have any questions for me, feel free to go ahead and ask them. Sometimes it's hard to think about things up on the spot unless they're directly asked to you, which is why I think a lot of us do tag videos, which can get kind of repetitive and boring sometimes. But if you have any, oh, they're stuck because of the water. Go on, get out. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free. I think I will be finishing up soon. I don't know if I can finish this whole section like I thought I could originally. So I'd like to give you the opportunity to ask some questions, and I'll answer them as best as I can before I'm off to bed. So, yeah, I also don't watch TV. I watch Netflix occasionally, but YouTube is my thing. I'm glad you watched YouTube too, because you're watching me, which is still very surreal. When did you move to Ireland? I moved here in 2014. It was April, the end of April or early May, and it was just after I had come from South Korea. I'm going to move on to this N symbol, which is 3823. Just saying it out loud so I remember. And yeah, N symbol. So I had just left South Korea, gone and seen family and then moved here straight away. So it's just a little while ago. And since then, it has been a roller coaster, let me tell you, because I wasn't married when I got here. I was dating my now husband, and we had been dating since 2012. We came here as like a vacation, and we ended up moving here full time. And it was just all kind of in between a whirlwind, tornado, and a really stagnant kind of quiet desperation. We had no idea what we were doing. But when I got here, I just kind of looked around and went, yeah, this is the right spot. This is where I want to live, you know? And I thought I felt that way about other places, but this is really different. It's really magical, you know? We got cable, so our TV channels are limited. I find myself watching less TV and doing more diamond painting. Yeah. Karina, are your lines straight or are they kind of offset? Let's see. All right, let me kind of move my stuff. I'm gonna pop this up here because I want to give you a good view. So I'll move that, move this, get a drink. Because I think it's about time that you guys saw the canvas. I wish I could set it up so that, sorry now, I'm going to make you sick. Sorry. I wish you could see it so that it was in focus. What do you think? Do you think? I think they're coming out pretty straight. They don't look too offset. I think I'm on all the grid lines. Like if you look where there aren't any diamonds yet, move my light a little bit. You can see, trying to get you a little closer. You can see that they're kind of straight, and then when I pop them into place, you can see that they scoot each other into place. So yeah, I think everything's all straightened up and working well. I think so. I don't know. It's working for me. And it's not too far off. Like I think I have some popping drills here. I can feel them. The red ones especially. I don't know what symbol that is, to be honest. It's been a while. Where was I? N. Yeah, N. Sorry. What other places have you traveled to? Canada. I'll try to go in order. Canada. Then Japan. Then I almost went to Guatemala. But then I went to South Korea. I went to Cambodia and Thailand, Ireland, then the UK, and then Spain and Morocco as well. So I've done a bit of traveling. I really like it. I wish I could travel as my job. That's all the ends I had? Well, that wasn't really worth it, was it? I wish it was my job. I love it. I love moving around and meeting people and speaking other languages and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'd like to do. Let's see. Oh, if you didn't hear me, I said 2014 yet. Just started your first square and having problems getting straight lines. I'd say just do your best to get those, the checkerboard pattern where, like, if you see one symbol, don't do them straight in a line. Do one, then skip one and do another one, and then do your diagonals and then fill it in because the other ones will push them into place and then it'll all be more or less straight. It's never going to be perfect. So don't aim for perfection, just aim for the best you can do. Do you miss living in the States? Sometimes. Yes and no. Sorry, 3828 is this one, and it's a dollar sign. Let me do this. So it's a tough question to answer because I hate it when people make things political because it's not really. It's more like I left right after college. I got my full uni degree and everything, but I was unfulfilled and I just wanted to travel. And the best way that I thought to do that was to teach English abroad. So I got my certificates and all that. I did the teacher training and I applied to a bunch of places and I finally got accepted and signed a contract and moved. I had no idea what I was getting into. I really missed home that first like 2 weeks that I was gone. I had left a boyfriend of 2 years. I'd left all my friends and coworkers. I had left my pets. And then slowly, I made friends with other people. I was able to go socialize and open up. I had new coworkers and a new routine. And eventually, that pain wasn't so bad anymore. But when I think about it, sometimes I do miss it. I miss the way that, like, the way that I respond to people and people respond to me. If you're American, you get me. I guess because of our culture, maybe. It could be just because of the way that we grew up or because of the things we've been exposed to and the way that we talk to each other and how upfront we are with each other, being kind of blasé and not beating around the bush to get to a point. That's a very American trait. So living outside the States for the last 9 or so years has taught me a lot about how other people relate to one another and how they speak to each other is very different. And that has been a challenge for me. So yeah, sometimes I miss being sarcastic. I miss being able to like talk about myself sometimes, which I do here on my YouTube channel all the time because people on YouTube are, you know, well, I think you guys are asking questions about me. So I hate to use the term narcissistic or anything because that's not why I'm doing it. I love being a part of the community and actually having friends that do this and we can talk to each other about it. But yeah, I miss being in America sometimes because it's what I grew up with. But I don't miss living there. And I don't miss having to work there and earn a living there and pay taxes and rent because I would have to work two jobs to be able to afford to live where I lived before. And that is just weird. So yeah. Yes and no. I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss Chinese food. And I'm going to eat a hell of a lot of Chinese food and nobody's going to stop me. I might even have it like 3 times a day. I'm going to get sick on it. But yeah, no, it's just yes and no. Does that make sense? Sorry, that was a really long answer. Oh, you think my drills are perfectly straight. Thank you. They're okay. I've got some rivers here. Like, I don't know if you saw the unboxing for this, but there are these like rivets, like oh, that's not the right word. It's a river. It's like where the glue kind of like comes up in a big bump. And it was like nothing I could do would work. So I got out my X-Acto knife and like tried to slice the glue so that it would lay down, but it didn't. And now I've got like where it's doing this wavy thing on the canvas, but it mightn't be anything. It might be all right. I'm gonna find W3827, which is this one. It's like Caucasian skin color actually, which is silly, but it looks like a peach crayon from Crayola. That's what I think. Sorry, I must be speaking lower because it's later in the morning, and I'm not drinking enough water. How did you meet your husband? I met him. I met him on New Year's Eve. We were at a party together, but we hadn't met each other yet. And we just happened to be at this New Year's party on, it was the slopes where they had the Winter Olympics for South Korean Winter Olympics in 20, was it this past year, maybe? Yeah, I think it was in January of this year or something. The last Winter Olympics was in Pyeongchang, which is in South Korea, on kind of like the east side, the east coast, rather. Not a lot happens on the east coast of South Korea. It's very beautiful, though. Anyhow, we were there for a overnight trip to watch the sunrise on New Year's Day, which is something that I would have done in Virginia as well. So I went there, and I had been living in Korea for 2 years at this stage already when I met him. I was at the end of my tether, and I never really talk about this, but like I thought I was gonna do a midnight run and leave the country and not tell my boss or anything because I was really kind of depressed at that time. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go out for one more night and we'll see what happens, and then I'm gonna go home. And then I ended up like meeting him and his friends and laughing all night. And the next morning, we got up and we saw the sunrise. And on the bus ride back home, he asked me on a date. And it was the first time that I remember a guy actually asking me on like an actual date instead of being like, do you wanna like hang out? You know, and something stupid like that. So yeah, I was very impressed. We went on a first date. And we had a drink and some dinner, and then we had another date and another date, and then my birthday came around, and yeah, it just felt like I had found my best friend that I had been missing the whole time. It was really strange, but wonderful. And Yeah, we got engaged in 2015 and got married in 2016. And it was great. It was such a nice day. I don't know if I'm still connected. I think I am, but it's getting late. I know it is. I'm sorry, guys. I'll wrap this up soon. So, the last question I have here, I'd like to know you guys as well. How many languages can you speak? I can speak English, I think. I can speak Spanish a little bit. I should be able to speak it more because I had quite a lot of time in it. I can speak a bit of Korean, a bit of Japanese. I think that's about it. So if anybody knows any other languages, or if anybody knows any of those languages, let me know. We could speak to each other. Not very well, I'm afraid. I don't get much practice anymore. But I got to the point where, I could do most of my basic life stuff in Korean because, I'd been there for a while. I could order stuff online, I could read everything. Reading is easy, grammar is hard. And then with Japanese, like my reading ability was zero, but my conversational ability was okay. Just not as in depth as like a conversation like this, and certainly not as natural. Oh, you know ASL? Cool. I never learned ASL, but it is a useful skill to have, isn't it? I like the idea of being able to speak in sign language. I don't know if they have an Irish version of it, actually. That would be interesting. You can understand nail tech. Maybe, if they're Korean. I don't think they are, though. But I guess it depends on where you are. Oh, you have a deaf uncle. Yeah, I'd like to learn how to sign. I think they taught us when we were younger, but I don't really remember. I just remember like I love you, thank you, hungry, things like that. And then I was thinking it might be a good idea to teach babies sign language because they can sign before they can speak. In some cases, like I have a friend whose baby signs everything, and she did that, and then it was like somebody had turned on the switch, and then she could speak, or she started to speak. Nobody forced her to because she could already communicate everything. And so when she did start speaking, it was really, really special, Now I'm nearly done with this one as well. I keep jumping around on that one because my eyes are getting tired. I can tell, you guys. It's probably not too late where you guys are, and is Diamonds in the Rough still here? Because say she's if you're at work in the morning, then it could be Monday morning in Australia, so it's possible that she's not here anymore. My plan is to wake up in the morning, let the chickens out of the coop, and make sure that their food and water is all right. And then I'm going to come into the kitchen and make myself a pot of coffee. And then I'm going to plop myself down on this chair and I'm going to finish as much of this as I can until the mailman comes. And hopefully in the morning I'm going to get a notification that's going to from 17 Track, that app. It's like, your custom from Evermoment is on the way. God, I hope so. Because the hardest thing about this whole diamond painting hobby is the waiting for these packages to arrive, I find anyway. And look, there's more water from me drinking water. That's all it was. It wasn't oil or anything. There weren't any oily drills with this kit, which is great. Oh, Jen. Sorry. It's just thinking. Gotta. Excuse me. Well, have a great night. I hope you sleep well. It's good to talk to you, and I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. And Diamond in the Rough, good to see you too. I hope you have a good night. I know you have to. It's tough when you work an opposite shift. I know that pain. So take care and have a great night, and I'll see you later. Are you going to have babies? It's such a difficult question. I hope I do. I want to. Will I? I don't know. That's the second time today that someone's asked me if I'm going to have babies. I suppose I'm at that age, so I can't fault you for it, but I think with the amount of times that people have been asking me, it's just kind of gotten to me a bit lately. Because it's not for lack of trying. Do you know what I mean? So if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, then there are alternatives. So that's how I feel anyway. Our next color, sorry, I probably just shook you from your painting. 741 is this bright orange kind of pumpkin color. It is cool. Oh, Karina, it's fine. It's fine. I just, I had a fight with my sister about it. Don't worry. I'm sorry if it came off the wrong way. I wasn't upset at you or anything. It's just, yeah, it's just kind of, do you know, when you try for something so hard and it doesn't happen, you just get disappointed. That's kind of where I'm at. But it's not like to the point where I need to be hospitalized or something. Do you know what I mean? So it's not upsetting in that way or anything like that. So don't worry. Now, nice, neat little rose. The symbol is going to be R. And let me think. I think this is going to be the last one. R for Rachel, right? So, any last questions that you would like to ask? Just thinking about what else to do tomorrow. Aside from finish editing, I've got the video about kitting this up, which mightn't be very interesting to you girls, because it's you're already seeing it and you see how I've already done it, you know. But for anybody else or for newbies or anything like that, that might be interesting. There's a lot of self-depreciating humor in it, so you may that. And then I've got an unboxing for later on, because it all kind of happened all at once. And hopefully that moment comes in. Please come in tomorrow. I'm really worried about not getting it finished on time. that's gonna be my day. And then I think, yeah, I got a few things for the chickens that I gotta do tomorrow. And a few errands to run. And might go see my parents-in-law and just check up on them because James's dad isn't doing so well, so I want to stay close to them, you know? So that's kind of stuff that's going on. But, yeah, I think 2018 has just been a heavy year, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be all right. So, I've got it all in a jumble mess over here, but I'm going to give you one last look. I'm going to blow out this candle, too, in a second. Move this over. Okay. So, see if I can get the angle right without lighting anything on fire. Hopefully you can see this. So that's what we got so far. It's the trees in the upper left corner. And then the rest that I've got done, I'll show you. See it in the light pad, I think, is the deer, the underside. So I'll just show you real quick. And that's what I've got on that side. I'm kind of treating it like panels or something. See the deer there? Oh, I keep doing that every time and I rip it further and further each time. I should know better at this stage. I don't think there's anything on this side. So the underbelly of this deer. You see him? So cute. It's a beautiful painting. It really is. Oh, my favorite color, Julie. My favorite color is purple. I love purple. You can see well, you can't see it now because it's all dark in here, but I've got purple curtains and I've got purple boxes for organizing and purple everything, purple clothes, all of that. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night tonight. I am just a little too tired to keep rabbiting on and boring-y. Excuse me, it is after 2 in the morning. And I didn't really expect to be here so late in the evening, but I'm really glad I did. And I hope that I was able to keep you some company while you were painting tonight, and that it helped you get through your painting faster, because it certainly did me. I hope that I can keep up this pace. And if you are wondering where I got this, I think I have linked it into the description down below. That yoke. And if you have any questions or anything, please leave it in the comments there, especially if you're coming at this video after the live stream. And honestly, it does help if you like the video afterwards or during. If you're there and you're watching, give me a like, because there's something about YouTube and they want you to like those videos so that they know that you're interacting with them, not just clicking on them and walking away. So I do appreciate that. I really do. It helps the channel and it helps me find more people and connect with more people that like diamond painting, and it's just really fun. So I will catch you all in my next video. I hope you sleep well tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.